One, two, one, two. Welcome again to another episode of Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. I am your host, Lionel McDonald. So it's been a weird sneaker year. It's been a weird sneaker quarter, or, you know, since at least the summer. But, really, actually, if I really think for a second, it's been weird all during COVID. And December, which is normally one of the most exciting times for sneakerheads far and wide, on getting sneakers or seeing some amazing releases. That is not the case in 2021. In the final month, we call it December. So let me break down some of the exciting releases that are coming out for December, as we are early on in December. And I know this is a highly anticipated week with the Jordan 11, but we'll get to the 11 at the end, but not all apples are equal depending on where you are in the world. So first up, I would tell you one of the most exciting releases. It does come out on the 22nd, I believe, of December. So that is the Atmosphere, otherwise known as the Bubblegum Women's Jordan 1. So it's black and white, but the color pop is exactly that. It looks like bubblegum. It is a clean colorway. It's definitely going to be exciting for the ladies. Not sure if it's going to come in extended sizes, but we know that both male and female sneakerheads alike will definitely be after this one. So that is a slam dunk for sure, exciting one that will be out this month. I think one of the most unique ones that will be out comes out a couple days before. So that is the Jordan 1. It's they think the color is Archeo and brown. So not often do we get a brown Jordan 1, but what's unique about this is the nickname is handcrafted. So it comes in a very unique box, according to the visual pictures that I've seen online, but it looks like someone by hand stitched this one together. So it looks like almost like patch leather, obviously refined, and it still looks cool, but I think this is definitely one of the most unique ones that is going to be out for December. Next up, we flip over to the outside Nike. The Adidas world probably has a highly anticipated launch, and it was essentially the first color of the call it the revolutionary style, the Yeezy 350, which was the Beluga. Now, many people thought this shoe was a gray and orange shoe, but it is one of the most valuable Adidas 350s that have ever hit the market. And maybe because it was the first one, that's why it's held its value over time. And, we've been probably 50 colors deep in the Yeezy 350, but this one still is holding true. But now they're going to come up with a reflective version. So seen a couple images online, looks pretty cool. I know people are going to gravitate to it. I know there's been some misses with some of the previous colors that have come out. I know that some people are looking for the blue tint that comes out later also that month. But I think this one is going to be a slam dunk. We've seen some of the other reflective 350s come out and be a huge success. So this is probably the marquee piece outside maybe the very bright colored Ivy Park Ultra Boost that comes out for the month of December. So definitely got to check for that 350. If you love 350s, haven't bought them in a while, maybe didn't cop anything, maybe since the bread or some of the multiple colors that came out during the summertime that were pretty cool, you might need to look for this one. So next up, I would say would be, there's still several dunks that are out there, both men's and women's, but anytime you hit black and gold, and I got my Wu-Tang winter toucan right now. But this black and goldenrod low is fire. So some people got the Iowa last year, and that's kind of the color scheme or the college team that it was based on. But this Goldenrod Jordan 1, or sorry, Goldenrod Dunk is definitely the dunk to go for the season. It just will be interesting. The launch date is moved so many times, like so many other things in 2021 and even in 2020. We just don't know if it's actually going to deliver on time. So, I know that there is also a Soulfly dunk that will be out, but that will be very limited quantities and will be much harder to get your hands on. But whether you use Soul Savvy or some of the other, you just go straight to StockX, you might be able to get that one too. So anyways, that takes us to 3. Then I would tell you the big one, the one that people have been chasing. Again, this one was supposed to come out months ago, hasn't come out. That one is the Bread Patent Leather Jordan 1. People have been holding off on buying anything, and hopefully they got their hands on it now. I've seen some people's already got early pairs. They've found ways to get it, whether from the US or outside that. But this is a go-to one. Now, it's December 30th is the launch date for this. Don't know if this one is truly going to make it through in time. We know the Red Thunder 4 is already on many launch apps. That's been moved to January. There have been some other launches that unfortunately haven't made it on time and have been pushed and pushed and pushed. So hoping for the sneakerheads far and wide that this one holds true. This would be a great way to finish off call it a better year than in many cases. Well, me personally, at least 2021 was better than 2020. So for the sneakerheads out there, hopefully this one comes through for y'all and you get a chance to definitely get your hands on this one. Both available in GS and in men's. And tough to say no to the Bread. I call it the band because that's really what the OG name is for it, but that would be the one that's out there, right? Then I would wrap up probably as we normally see it from year to year. Now, last year's wasn't the same, the Jubilee, but I got about my OG 2001 pair. I believe, I can't remember now, early 2000s, cool gray Jordan 11. So I got a pair. I don't need this one. I also like the lower patent leather. If you notice it, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for everyone that is. Hit the subscribe button. If you're listening in as you're doing your work or whatever, that's totally cool too. But if you are a sneakerhead and you want to look at it at YouTube, you'll notice that the patent leather is much lower. Now, probably going back, I would say 4 years, they came out with a different version. We saw it on the Space Jam. We definitely saw it on the Concorde. We definitely have seen it on the Jubilee, that the patent leather or the cut of the patent leather all the way through the shoe is much higher. That's what the one in 2021 will look like. It is a crazy launch. It is the launch of the year. Apparently, rumors out there might be globally 1 million pairs. Cannot say or confirm that. I think that's way too high, but definitely will be, in full demand. Now, I don't know, how COVID has played into it and the challenges to get this out in the marketplace. I'm in Canada. I've heard from Nike and other many sources that it's going to launch in a very small way to hit the launch date, the end of this week, but it will not be available in major retail stores until sometime after that actual launch date. So disappointing that it's not going to be available. I think there's always a lot of excitement. I know sneakerheads, I've seen lots of online, rolling out all their 11s, Concords, Breads. The sleeper, I call it, of all the Jordan 11s, which would be the Gamma. People hated on that one. And then years later, wish they had it because it's so fire. Jubilee was kind of cool. 7210 had its moments. Definitely remember that from All-Star in New York City when I was there, but definitely Cool Gray will be the go-to one. And if you've never had this one and you love 11s, I think this is a must. The way that gray pops and this one looks so much different. And it really will take you back to a special time that Mike wore this, particularly when he was with the Washington Wizards after he came back from his second retirement. So this one definitely holds true, and for me is a special one. I remember, God, and I was so excited way back in the early 2000s to have that one. So that is probably the most anticipated one. That and probably the Red Jordan 1 patent leather that will be out in December. But we know that there's launches out there. Red Thunder 4, that's pushed to January. Many other launches, and at this point, we just don't know. We hope that some of these launches do make it on time, both in Canada and the US. But the way things have been rolling, and that it's just not Nike, it's all vendors. I would say that there's a chance that some of them get pushed into the new year. So we already seen some of the exciting stuff that's coming out in 22, and that will be obviously a future episode, but probably anticipate that a couple of these launches are going to end up in the new year. I think, one that is off the radar, and as I just kind of wrap up, would be the Mellow Ball 0.1. So Puma, who Mellow Ball probably the most exciting or the most anticipated of the Brawl brothers that have been in the NBA. He's having a great season with Charlotte. He's got his own shoe with Puma. And this particular model is catching a lot of buzz. I think not just from an aesthetics look, but from a performance and a comfort fit. We've seen some other Puma basketball shoes out there, most notably a lot of positive reviews to some of the stuff that J. Cole was wearing. So I think this one's going to be very successful. And I think LaMelo Ball has definitely captured the attention of many of the young ball players that are out there, both playing and watching. So look out for this Puma one. It's all red. Definitely you're making a statement when wearing it. And hey, there's a lot of variety now out there in the basketball world. We have a resurgence in New Balance and some of their classics, along with what we've done with what they've seen with Kawhi Leonard. Now, obviously, he's been injured all year, and then definitely we're seeing some retro stuff. There's even a retro D Rose 1.5 coming out in December. But I think it healthy variety in terms of basketball brands is good for basketball. It's good for the marketplace, and it's good for sneakerheads. So definitely check for that Puma Mellow Ball. I think it's 0.01. I think that's technically what the name is, but that red one, definitely a statement shoe. We'll definitely see it on the courts and in the streets. So tell me what in the comment section below, or on Instagram when you see this posted. Tell me, what shoe are you checking for in December? Which is the one that you hold as the most coveted one, or exciting one that's got you excited to cop a shoe in December? So we're winding down on 2021. There's going to be a few episodes left before we take a pause for the new year, but appreciate all the support. It's been an amazing year on the podcast, and all the support and all the fans, really across the globe. I have fans in Europe, I have fans in the US, and definitely here in Canada. So salute to all of you and appreciate all of you listening. So stay tuned for the next episode. But again, comment section, smash that subscribe button, and really appreciate all the support. Tell me what your favorite shoe or what the most anticipated shoe you have in 2021 to wrap up in the month of December. Love to hear your feedback. For another episode of Sneakers Life, Lionel McDonald. Peace out.